I wanted to introduce to you the owner and the expert guide for Camp Chitubu.
Hi there, my name is Julian Brookstein. I'm a Zimbabwean professional guide and I have been guiding full-time now from about 2007.
What's so special about Zimbabwe?
Zimbabwe is a very unique place. We have a huge amount of different biomes, so we have a very diverse set of areas that you can look at. I'm obviously in Hwange National Park where we are now. One of the things that we pride ourselves on the most and we're known for is our guiding standard. We have an extremely high standard of guiding in Zimbabwe and we're very proud of it. And as far as Hwange is considered one of the places to hold one of the last big super herds of elephant. So we have a huge number of elephants in Hwange. Between us and our neighbor Botswana, we actually have 2/3 of all of the elephants left in Africa between two countries. So it really is kind of our crowning jewel, I would say, is the huge number of elephants we have in Hwange. Yeah, I'm sure it's one of those things that I can pretty much guarantee you we're going to see. We don't often guarantee things on safari, but elephants is guaranteed.
Perfect.
Yeah, so in Zimbabwe, coupled with our very extensive and stringent training, what we love to do is do walking safari. And because of our stringent training, it allows us to do this walking safari, do it in a way that a lot of other countries don't. Many countries don't even offer walking safari. So for us, it's just a whole new aspect to safari, to get out on foot, get away from the vehicle, away from the noise, just kind of walk in silence and immerse yourself into nature. And it really is a very, very different feeling to be out of the car, slightly out of your comfort zone, which I think is good for everybody to experience now and then. I don't throw around the word spiritual nonchalantly, but it is a spiritual experience when you're out there on foot and you're in and amongst these animals and you get to walk with elephant, etc., follow these things. It really is a really amazing thing, and that's what we're known for in Zimbabwe, is the walking safari.
Awesome. And I'd like to talk about your camp.
Sure.
Let us know what people would expect when they go to your camp.
My camp, which is called Camp Chitubu, we're situated on a beautiful ridge overlooking a natural spring. And now, because I kind of wanted to be a guide since I was a child, I always had an idea in my head about what I wanted to achieve when I made my own camp. So I've been very lucky to have been able to achieve my dream and create Camp Chitubu. And I always said to myself that being a guide, there was 4 things that were super important. And these are the 4 things that I've concentrated on at Chitubu. And the number 1 is the guiding. We make absolutely no exception on our guiding. You'll only find high level guiding, some of the best in Africa at our camp. The second thing that I knew I would never budge on is our beds. We have incredible beds, king size and extra length, which is important if you're as tall as me. The next thing was I wanted blazing hot showers, which we do have. And lastly, amazing food. So I said to myself, if I can get those 4 things perfect, people are going to be happy on safari. So you'll find all of those things at Chitubu and a few more luxuries as well that I haven't mentioned.
And those are very important things out here in the bush. If someone is going there for a celebration, anniversary, or a honeymoon, can they expect anything, or can they request anything specific for that?
Definitely. We love to have people who are celebrating things, honeymoons, anniversaries, whatever it is. And we will go out of our way to make it a special occasion. And we can do all sorts of things for you, like private dinners and dinners out in the bush and private walks. And we can make it very, very special for you if you are coming to celebrate something in Africa with us.
Do you have any message out there?
My message would say that, I guess it's kind of two-sided, I suppose. The first thing would be that if you come on safari, you are in a huge way assisting us here on the ground to keep these areas wild, okay? One of the biggest threats to the world's wildlife now is habitat loss. And by giving these areas a value, by people coming from overseas and coming to see these animals and experience safari with us, it continues to give this land value. So that is an extremely important thing. So that is always a good idea for you to come on safari, because you will be assisting. Definitely if you come to Zimbabwe, I have always, since I started guiding, said that we don't ever receive clients in Zimbabwe, we receive guests. And if you arrive in Zimbabwe, you arrive as a guest, and invariably you leave as a friend. So that's what I would say is my message back.
Thank you. That was beautiful words.
Cool.
I really love the fact that we had a king-size bed. I slept really good on that one. I love the hot shower. The food's really amazing. Oh my God, he's got a great chef. The top-notch guides are all professional. But aside from that, I feel like what stood out the most for me is the people.
You make a connection with them on a totally different level. They make you feel home the moment you step off the vehicle on the property.
As soon as you arrive, they give you this really, really warm smile, and they really talk to you like a human. They talk to you in a very personal level, get your preferences, and without you knowing it, they remember things and they just like do surprises for you. Such as they gave me rice.
Big deal.
And they go do that extra step for you to be your most comfortable.
Yeah.
Speaking of guides though,
The guides, Sibs and Julian, they are another level. I grew up with Attenborough shows and I've watched every single one of the National Geographic shows and anything related to the nature. And I would say that they know probably a million times more than I do about the animals, birds, insects. Ask them anything.
they're like walking encyclopedias. Going to this camp, what it would give you is not just a luxury experience, but it gives you that feel of being in the bush at the same time. And having those expert guides, you would have more chances and more knowledge about the animals and about everything in between. Definitely love their experience and highly recommend it. They're the best in their field.
If you are ready to book your trip to the African bush, we, your African safari specialist, are ready to help you. To get started, fill up the contact form below.